The 2026 NFL Draft is electric, and the AFC North is shaking up the league. Day 2 was an absolute marathon of talent where the Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, and Baltimore Ravens went all in to bolster their rosters. From high-octane wide receivers to game-changing edge rushers, the intensity in Pittsburgh was off the charts as these franchises made massive moves to secure their future stars.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Cleveland Browns are wasting no time revamping their offensive firepower. By drafting Washington standout Denzel Boston, Cleveland has signaled their intent to dominate through the air, while also making a massive defensive splash by trading for Toledo safety Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. These additions, paired with Florida offensive tackle Austin Barber, prove that the Browns are determined to control both sides of the line of scrimmage. The Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens are locked in a defensive arms race that is heating up the division. Cincinnati locked down Texas A&M, pass rusher Cashius Howell and Washington cornerback Tacario Davis to stifle opposing offenses, while Baltimore answered back by drafting Missouri pass-rushing powerhouse Zion Young. The Ravens didn't stop there, also bringing in USC wide receiver Jacoby Lane to give Lamar Jackson yet another lethal weapon to target downfield. Alabama talent continues to flood the AFC North as the Cleveland Browns add linebacker Justin Jefferson to their rotation to bring extra speed to their middle defense, while the Baltimore Ravens secure a reliable grinder in tight end Josh Cuevas to bolster their physicality. The talent influx is real, and these players are ready to fight for their spots. Make sure you are up to date on every pick and development, so smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Ever wonder what it looks like when a draft goes absolute haywire in the best way possible? Welcome to the 2026 AFC North Day 2 recap, where the electricity in Pittsburgh was palpable and the front offices were playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Nearly 300,000 fans packed the North Shore, and let me tell you, the energy was infectious. Let's start with the Cleveland Browns, who seem to have decided that defense is optional if you can simply outscore everyone on the planet. They opened Day 2 by grabbing Washington's Denzel Boston at 39. This guy is a certified playmaker, 11 touchdowns last season alone. Pairing him with KC Conception makes the Browns the first team since the '96 Jets to snag 2 receivers in the top 40. But the real masterclass? Trading back into the second to steal safety Emmanuel McNeil-Warren at 58. Daniel Jeremiah had him in his top 15. You do the math on that value. They capped it off with Florida's Austin Barber, proving they are serious about rebuilding those trenches. Meanwhile, the Bengals took a hard turn into defense-first territory. After that blockbuster trade for Dexter Lawrence, they doubled down with Texas A&M's Cashius Howell. With 11.5 sacks last season, this kid is a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. They followed that up with length and grit in cornerback Tacario Davis in the third. It is a classic Bengals move. Identify the weakness and bring in guys who are flat-out bullies. Not to be outdone, the Ravens stayed true to their identity. Needing pass rush help after the Owe departure, they landed Missouri's Zion Young. This guy was a first-round talent who just fell right into their lap. They rounded out their day with USC's Jacoby Lane, a massive physical target for Lamar Jackson that gives this offense a whole new dimension. We've got a massive Day 3 ahead with 18 combined picks across these 3 teams, so the war room drama is far from over. Which of these teams do you think absolutely nailed their draft strategy, or did someone leave talent on the board? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our deep dive into the final rounds. After all, championships aren't just won on Sundays. They're built right here in the draft. Ever wondered how a late-round draft pick can flip the script and become a household name? That's exactly what the Cleveland Browns are banking on after selecting Alabama linebacker Justin Jefferson with the 149th overall pick. Now, While we saw his teammate LT Overton head to Dallas earlier, it's Jefferson's journey to the AFC North that has analysts buzzing about his year one potential. Let's be real. Cleveland desperately needed to shore up their linebacker room, and Jefferson's resume is nothing to sneeze at. Coming off a massive 2025 season where he piled up 85 tackles, 3 sacks, and an interception, he proved he's got the motor to compete at the highest level. It's been a wild ride for the Memphis native, who grinded through the JUCO ranks at Pearl River Community College before proving he belonged in the SEC. Standing at 6 foot and 223 pounds, he's definitely on the smaller side for an NFL linebacker, but don't let the measurables fool you. This guy is a heat-seeking missile with the kind of lateral quickness and field vision that makes life a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein pointed out that while his size might be a liability against heavy-duty blockers, his ability to blitz, cover, and spy mobile threats makes him a perfect candidate for a nickelbacker role. Essentially, he's a project with high upside who could be a total steal if he hones that run-and-chase instinct. The question remains, can he carve out enough snaps to make a real impact in his rookie year? Only time will tell, but the opportunity is sitting right there for the taking. If you're as hyped about the Crimson Tide's NFL transition as we are, come hang out with us on the Bama Roundtable message board. Hit that join button at the top of the page for free access to the best fan community around. So, do you think Jefferson has what it takes to stick in the Browns' rotation, or is he destined for a special teams specialty? Drop your take in the comments below. Think you know the blueprint for an NFL draft steal? Sometimes the most exciting talent isn't found in the glitz of the first round, but in the trenches of the fifth. That is exactly where the Cleveland Browns might have found a diamond in the rough with Alabama linebacker Justin Jefferson. With the 149th overall pick, Cleveland added a player who is looking to prove that heart and hustle matter just as much as raw measurements. Jefferson isn't your typical prototype linebacker. Standing at 6 foot and weighing 223 pounds, he faces the classic size concerns that keep scouts up at night. But watch the tape, and you will see why the Browns pulled the trigger. This is a guy who racked up 85 tackles and 6.5 tackles for loss last season, showing the kind of high-motor energy that defensive coordinators dream of. His journey to the NFL is the definition of grit. From starting his career at Pearl River Community College to grinding his way into a major role in the Alabama defense, Jefferson has been climbing uphill his entire career. NFL analyst Lance Zierlein hit the nail on the head. While Jefferson might struggle to shed heavy blocks, his athleticism, field vision, and ability to mirror mobile quarterbacks make him a fascinating Swiss Army knife for a modern NFL defense. Whether it is as a nickel linebacker or a spark plug on special teams, Jefferson has the toolkit to carve out a real role in Cleveland this year. The question remains, can he translate that collegiate speed into an AFC North reality? We are definitely going to be watching his development closely. If you love tracking the rise of these Alabama stars as much as we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Jefferson has what it takes to be a breakout rookie for the Browns? Let us know your thoughts, and click the link in our bio to join the Bama Roundtable community where we discuss all things Crimson Tide. In the NFL, it is never about where you are drafted, but what you do once you finally step onto that grass. Ever wonder why some late-round draft picks stick around the league for a decade while the high-profile stars wash out? It usually comes down to one thing, the grind. And if you want to see that philosophy in action, just look at what the Baltimore Ravens did in the 5th round of the 2026 NFL Draft when they selected Alabama tight end Josh Cuevas. Let's be real. When a team like Baltimore double dips at a position, it sends a clear message. They had already traded up for SMU's Matthew Hibner, but going back to the well for Cuevas, that's not a luxury pick. That's them identifying a specific kind of player who fits their DNA. You see, Cuevas isn't your typical flashy prospect. He's the guy who earned his stripes by transferring with Kalen DeBoer from Washington to Tuscaloosa, showing he could handle the pressure of the Crimson Tide culture. He put up over 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns in his career, but those numbers don't tell the full story. The real value is in the reliability. the trust he builds with a quarterback when the play breaks down and you need someone exactly where they're supposed to be. In a league defined by physicality and doing your job, that's gold. The Ravens don't just want athletes, they want football players, and Cuevas is a grinder who understands how to earn his keep. Don't let the draft number fool you. This is a perfect marriage of player and organization. So keep an eye on him this season. I've got a feeling his name is going to be a lot more familiar by December. Do you think Cuevas will carve out a starter role in Baltimore? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to hit subscribe for more draft analysis. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you start, only who's still standing when the clock hits 0.